What's up, family? Get this video a big thumbs up if you get some value from this video. As always, we just here to have a conversation, folks. So I've been seeing this video circulate around with Jasmine Crockett and the Byron Donald situation, where Jasmine Crockett went on a Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God and Envy, DJ Envy, they call him, in regards of basically talking smack about Byron Donalds and him being married to a white woman. As we all know, and if you don't know, I want to give you up to speed to a little bit of context in regards of the background of why Byron Donalds, which we about to see in a minute, is even responding, or what he's responding to, I should say, in regards of what Jasmine Crockett said. Now, Jasmine Crockett, like I said, she went on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy, and she's campaigning around to keep her seat. And she also talked about how Byron Donalds is basically not for the black community because he's not married to a black person, and Byron Donalds has been married for over 20 years, and just because he's not married to a black person but he's married to a white woman, how can he possibly stand for you, the black people specifically, right? So she's using a race card. She's race baiting in regards of trying to discredit this man, but doesn't really have no substantial point in regards of policies and talking about politics, which is their arena and their career field. And the whole point of why she's campaigning around for money and getting putting herself out there so she can keep her seat in her political career. And Byron Donalds, as we all know, and if you do not know, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm always open to the possibility of being wrong. He is running for governor of Florida or something like that. He's running for a seat in Florida. So to support and also get Florida back into speed for what's the best interest for Floridians. So this is Byron Donald's response to Jasmine Crockett, basically discredit him because he's married to a white woman and not a black woman. Check this out, family.
You can go and support his candidacy. And I want to get into that full-throated in a second. I've got to bring up your girl, Jasmine Crockett. Now, she's from Texas, allegedly. She's actually from St. Louis. She grew up a rich kid in private school, speaks like you and I do, yet for some reason she's taken on the Obama cadence in front of an audience, or the Harris cadence in front of a different audience. She's trying to act like she's somebody who came from, the streets of Dallas, I guess. She's not. She's from, again, a rich area of St. Louis. This is somebody who's race baiting and who's acting. That's what she's doing. And the other day she was on with this guy, Lenny, who calls himself the God or something. And she tells him that Byron Donalds isn't really black, or I guess you turn your back on the black community because you're married to a white woman or something. But Byron, what's going on? Is that psychosis? Is she acting? Is she just trying to make the money? What is she doing?
In my view, she's acting, or how we would say in the community, she's putting on a show. The truth of the matter is that the reason why Jasmine's out there doing all this is because she has newfound celebrity, I guess, on their side of the aisle, and so she's leaning into it. But here's what I'm going to say. First and foremost, don't talk about my wife. Keep my wife out of this. Ain't got nothing to do with her. You
Yes.
can talk to me about policy anytime you want to. Secondarily, there was a couple of times on the campaign trail last year where I know I was booked to be on stage or to be in debate with Jasmine, and all of a sudden her schedule changed. She had a conflict, whatever the case might be. So if she wants to do this, if she wants to have that debate, I'm easy to find. You ain't got to look hard for me. I'm 6'2". You can find me. It's pretty easy. Number three, and most importantly, this demonstrates, frankly, the racism in the Democrat Party, because they don't have a problem when Kamala Harris is married to a white man, or when Ketanji Brown Jackson's married to a white man,
Right.
as long as they subscribe to the politics of the Democratic left. As long as you do that, everything is fine. But if you're a conservative, but your spouse happens to be white or of another race, then all of a sudden it's a problem. This is the racism that occurs in the Democrat Party. I'm sick of it, tired of the BS. I tell any one of them who have a concern about me and what they think my views are, debate me. And if you don't want to debate me, Google me. There's plenty of information out there, because I know that I have the facts. I have the information. I can back my stuff up. All they can do is throw out innuendos, throw out talking points. And the last thing I'll say about Ms. Crockett, and I'm going to leave it alone. Jasmine, I don't use talking points. Nobody tells me what to say. And so I know how to deliver a message because I have facts, I have logic, I use economics. I don't get into hyperbole. So if you are concerned about some of the things that I say find a show. It could be whatever show you want to. We'll sit there and do it. We'll have a good time along the way, and you'll go ahead and be defeated very quickly.
I appreciate
Well, there you have that, family. And basically, I agree with everything Byron Donald said, right? And the simple fact is that you shouldn't have to basically attack someone's wife or family dynamic because as you shouldn't have to attack someone family dynamic to try to raise money for yourself or bring visibility to yourself. I think that's the weakest way to go about it from a political landscape, and also you being a political figure that the people, we the people, taxpaying people trust to lead and also lobby our best interests to make things um, go in whatever position you're in. And I believe, where is Jasmine Crockett? Um, what is she? Give me 1 second. Jasmine Crockett, she's a member of the Democratic Party. We know that. She's the member of the U.S. House representing Texas, 30th congressional district. Okay, so if Texas is believing, I don't think Texas would condone in this, and Miss Jasmine Crockett sitting here, um, operating out of ignorance and attacking another political figure who's very, very amazing at what he do and very, very smart and very, very Byron Donalds is he know his stuff, man. He's amazing. And for the simple fact is, I don't think her representing Texas would condone in her basically belittling another political figure when she needs to take the speck out of her own eye and actually represent Texas and focus on that and not try to scold or belittle someone of their family dynamic using that as her interest rather than having the best interest of Texas individuals. So my thing is, I think that's the belowest, the littlest, the most desperate move you can make. And nobody cares about no one family dynamic, right? Just like nobody care what you do in your bedroom. You can do what you want when you want to do it. However, it becomes a problem when it becomes public in regards of it being vocalized as a priority for the public interest on the behalf of the people when it comes to you being a political figure, because we don't care. We want you to get work done. We want you to operate on our best interest to continue to grow and have a booming state and continue to do the best thing that's for the people within the state that the people trusted you and elected you in that position for. So Byron Donalds, in my opinion, just having a conversation, family. Let me know what your thoughts down in the comments. He basically gave her the challenge. Like, look, if you want to do this thing, cool, but keep my wife out of it. And I feel like family, when it comes to personal attacks and attacking someone personally, that is off limits. If you're going to debate them and attack them in the career field and the expertise in which you guys are both in, where you guys can debate each other based on logic. So if they're both, Jasmine Crockett is a political figure, a political person, Byron Donalds is a political figure, and their careers, they can challenge each other because iron sharpens iron. So let's stay to the topic and let's not get off topic trying to see. That's how you know when someone has to do ad hominem attacks or personal attacks at you instead of staying on topic to attack the topic. They have nothing to talk about. So out of desperation, they got to derail the conversation and basically talk about something that has nothing to do with anything. And the Democratic Party is a racist party, as you can see. They're not, how can I put this? If they're not inclusive, if you do not side with them and agree with everything that the Democratic Party wants to do, you have to basically be a yes man for the Democratic Party. And if you decide not to be a yes man, they're not rocking with you. And that's what Byron Donalds is saying. Look, they have become the Democratic Party have subscribed to race baiting. They have described basically to division and dividing and focusing on black and white when it should be for the best interest of all people. Like, we sick and tired of this stuff, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Need to grow up already. Miss Crockett, you need to grow up. All right. And the simple fact is, you're being trusted as a leader, and you call this true leadership. If anything, how Byron Donalds, Mr. Donalds handled this was true leadership, right? And he's been married for 20 years. And let's come correct, since she wants to talk about she wants to come at his personal dynamics or his family dynamics. Miss Crockett, you're not married. You don't have a husband. Mr. Donald has been married for 20 years. So you don't even have a right if you call yourself speaking on it, which is out of touch, has nothing to do with, shouldn't even be your business. But since you made it your business, to me, it sounds like she jealous. What y'all think, family? Let me know down in the comments. She's lonely. She's one of the modern women who's big, strong, and independent. You know what I'm saying? And let alone miserable. Can't even be effective in her career field. Operate on the best interests of Texans or Texan and Texas people. I was trying to make up a name for like Texan, like how I say a Floridians, Texicans or Texanians. There we go. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I just wanted to have a quick conversation because I feel like it's just wild to me. But this is where ignorance takes place, right? Because Byron Donald said, look, I operate off of logic and facts. And the simple fact is, the Democratic Party has been so low, have fallen so low out of desperation that they just operate out of ignorance. And I guess her being nominated as the person that the Democratic Party is trusting to be the next up leader, and her basically supporting Kamala Harris because she's married to a white husband. So how can you not scold Kamala Harris and come at her when Miss Crockett voted for Kamala Harris to be a president in a presidential election versus Donald Trump? But then you scold Mr. Donald. I mean, you scold Mr. Donald's, Byron Donalds, for marrying a white woman. So if you want to be like that all across the board, then scold the party that you're on, as long as along with the party that you're not on. Hold them equally accountable if that's the case. If you want to have that conversation, which is none of your business, but and we shouldn't even be stooping to this level. But it just showed her ignorance in that she really doesn't care. She rather entertain ignorant, non-productive conversation, because at the end of the day, like I said, how is this a return on investment for um Texanians, for them trusting to vote for her and for her to lead, right? So it's just mind blowing to me that this is how you know that the Democratic Party, if you agree with them, they rock with you. If you don't subscribe, they're not inclusive with you, meaning they do not want to rock with you because you're not agreeing with everything they do. And even if it's operating out of division, ignorance, and, hate, hatred, and violence and personal attacks towards people, which has nothing to do with the best interests of the American people. Let me know what you think down in the comments, people. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. With no further ado, peace.